All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of Building a $1 Million Company from the Ground Up. I kind of forgot to film this week, so this episode is just for Monday, but I hope you guys enjoy. All right, I got some good news. I barely just ended that last clip, and I got a call for a job. This job came from a door hanger I put out last week. Okay, I'm just getting back in my truck to head to that job, and while I was home, I got a call for another job. The phone's blowing up today. I got to ask this guy how he heard about me when I see him, because he's way down in Bayview. I haven't done any yard signs down there, but for him, I'm not actually doing the job today because it's a school, so it's probably going to be a big job, but I can't be dumping a bunch of dirt and stuff on the yard when there's kids playing. All right, guys, I am here at the job, and I am not gonna lie, I totally underbid. Here it is. Gutter. They're gonna be a pain in the ass to reach though, because they're right underneath those clay tiles. But I'm gonna get the truck unloaded and just knock this job out. Then we have to go quote that next job. Right, here I am. Got these weird guards installed, but they don't really do nothing. And then it's totally full of water. Not sure how much you guys can see, but overflowing. Don't feel too dirty though, just full of water. So it seems more like it's just clogged. So I think it's gonna be really satisfying. I get that downspout unclogged. All the water is just gonna come gushing out. There it goes. Wow. Crazy what you could do with just a ladder and a bucket. I mean, they're still flowing. It's been like 2 minutes now, they're still going. I think I found a bird's nest. So let's check that out. So that's part I already took out. Let's hope it's birds and not bees. Yeah, that's a nest. That's totally a nest. I really hope it's not bee. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. These guys are lucky they never fell down the downspout. Imagine they laid an egg and it just rolls. It'd be gone. All right, that's one job complete, guys. She also asked me for a quote for a roof wash. So I quoted her at 600 bucks. She said she'll let me know in the next couple of days. So hopefully we get that job. Now we're gonna head down to Bayview. And we're gonna give a quote to clean the gutters at a school. Then when we're done with that, we'll head down to Burlingame. You guys don't know any of these cities. I keep naming cities and neighborhoods and stuff, but we're gonna head a few towns down and do some door knocking. All right, just turned 12 o'clock. I'm gonna head to the school to quote that job. I'm gonna bring this high-vis jacket just so I look professional when I'm walking around a roof, you know what I mean, and over a school. If I was a parent and I saw some dude, and I don't look hella raggedy or nothing, but just some random guy walking on the roof of my kid's school, I'd be a little panicked. It's such a beautiful day in the city today. I'm gonna make a time lapse of me driving to this job so you guys can get an idea. I mean, a lot of you guys have probably never been to San Francisco. That's something I've been thinking about, and you know, I take the city for granted just because I grew up here, but it is beautiful, man. All right, here I am. Unload the ladder, get up on the roof, and check it out. I'm up here on the roof, and it has a major puddle. And I just talked to a buddy of mine who is a really good roofer, and he said that the most likely problem is that a rafter underneath actually cracked and is bowing down in the center. like that way. So the water is pooling where the rafter cracked. And if another couple storms come and there's a lot of rain, all the weight from the water and the cracked rafter can fail and this roof can collapse, which is really bad because this is at preschool. I'm just gonna kind of tell him the situation to say, hey man, you're gonna want to get this fixed the right way. The problem isn't even from the gutters or anything. Time to go knock on doors. No door knocking, I forgot to record. But yeah, this was kind of a short episode, but I got some big updates. So stay tuned for next week's episode because I got some news for you guys. Thanks for watching.